It took this crew a few minutes to get this one set up for deployment, but it appears that we are ready, and they're going to try and back this thing down now. And it'll be interesting to see if they can get this one off. Welcome back, guys, to the greatest show on earth, and that is the Miami Boat Ramps channel. I'm your host, Broncos Guru, in collaboration with our boy Wavy Boats, and it's another Wavy Guru production back down here at the ramp. And today we are visiting Boynton. And let's see how this crew fares. Actually, a pretty solid backup right here compared to how we saw them getting lined up. And things happen easy when you start off straight, though, too. But our guys got the ski on, telling them to back it up a little bit. And telling them to back it up a little bit more. And then tells them to stop, which makes no sense at all. I mean, the ski was already started. At this point, why wouldn't you just have them back it up until you were floating? But instead, we'll sit here and fight the trailer and see what happens. And oh, that was a very gutsy move right there to actually pull forward with the truck. I mean, if he was still on, this ski could be sitting on the ramp. But you know what? It paid off this time, and they're off. And this crew is letting the good times continue, it appears, by the guy in the bow. And it looks like they've had a little fun out on the water today. So let's see how that relates to docking and getting this boat out of the water. And it looks like our cap's got a good line. It's really for, maybe they didn't have as much fun as I thought they did out on the water. Cap's got her a little sideways, but overall still okay. And now we're drifting off, though. And our lineman's holding, and Cap's even killed the motor, so I guess we've decided we're not going to stick with that original line. Or maybe this was the original line the whole time. Maybe he was actually aiming for this dock, and that was just his version of aiming for this dock. I mean, it's going to work. It's going to get us in. And here comes Cap. And, Cap almost goes in the water. Yep, I guess I was right. Cap and his crewmate here have had a very good time out in the water. Cap's struggling just to walk back to the truck. He almost falls in again there. Well, this should be interesting to see him try and back the trailer down. If you can't tell, it was about as interesting as we thought. He's basically got the truck sideways. You can tell by the guide pole here, the trailer's a little sideways. And he's too deep, and there goes our guide pole. But look at the bumper on the right-hand side of the image here. I mean, his exhaust is underwater. The bumper's underwater. He's just way too deep. Obviously, given by the fact that the guide pole has just basically slid off the truck. But our guy's pulling out just a little bit now. Obviously, his crewmate here has alerted him to him being too deep. And it looks like he's going to get it set back up to where he kind of wants it. And let's see how our guy gets out of the truck here. And so far, so good. Oh, let's run into the mirror, though. Yep. The good times are rolling here at the boat ramp. Hopefully nobody falls in the water. That's because there will be a rescue scene going on for sure if that happens. Well, let's see if these guys can get us pulled onto the trailer minus a guide pole now. And without anybody falling in. I think that could be a feat for this crew, to be honest. Well, apparently they're proving me wrong and appearing to be a little more nimble than I thought they were going to be in the state that it appears they're in. And here comes another vessel in on the other side, but these guys are going to hit their guide pole. It's floating over here on the other dock. So our captain on this other vessel obviously sees it because he's slowed down as they've approached the dock, and even his lineman here is kind of looking down like, what in the world is that? I don't even know if the other crews even noticed that it's gone. I mean, you would figure with the rear of the boat sliding off, see here we can see the guide pole, sliding off, they would kind of understand that something's missing and something's gone awry. But at this point in time, they just really haven't seen, or at least to my indication, noticed that anything's wrong. And this crew is still trying to dock up here. I'm waiting for them to actually reach down and grab this guide pole out of the water and pull it out of their way. And our guys appear to have their situation done. I mean, the rear of the vessel looks like it's floating a little bit off the trailer, but, I mean, they've got it on there. And we're going to attempt to pull it out.
He does not. it's about to hit the motor too.
I mean, it's floating a little off the rear, but I think they're going to be all right. I think this is going to self-center as long as they pull it up slow. It's a little crooked, but you know what? Based on everything that was going on, that's actually a pretty good pull-out. And our guy here is going to grab the guide pole, and it'll be interesting. Let's see if this other crew even notices still, though. They've still not made any acknowledgement that it's not there. I think our cap's kind of got an idea now that, you know, this may have been part of their struggle in getting this boat on the trailer, that it's not there. But we're going to go about our lives here, and this crew's sitting here pondering the whole missing guide pole, and oh, there we go, light bulb. We have figured it out that it is sitting on the dock. Luckily, the other crew over here has pulled it out of the water and rescued it for these guys, and they'll be able to grab it. Now the real interesting part for these guys will be the drive home. But our crew he's going to do the walk of shame with his guide pole back up the ramp and probably slide this puppy back on and just get out of here, I'm imagining. And here comes the attempt to reapply this guide pole. And that's not much of an attempt. It appears the boat's a little too far over. He can't get it on. So he's just barely set this thing on the top. And I've got to imagine there's no way that guide pole's making it home. It's coming back off as soon as he drives away. Oh, and I guess we can just back these up any way we want today. We've seen a lot of this down here at the ramp. Our guy basically, but maybe some people should be taking lessons from this guy. So he got it back down there however he could, and now he's just going to make the adjustment down on the ramp. I mean, it's definitely one way of doing it. It's better than making 15 attempts, I guess, at trying to get this down the ramp. But he's going to make the one attempt and wind up pulling it over and line it up, and now he's only got to back up 10 foot straight, if that even, to get this ski on, and these guys would be on their way. But let's see if he can finish the job and get it this last 5 or 6 foot. And, I mean, it's still a little crooked, but you know what? They should be able to get the ski on, and they should be able to get out of here. And you know what? Speaking of getting out of here, we're going to get out of here as well. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Miami Boat Ramps down here at Boynton Beach Boat Ramp. If you did, be sure to check out our other channels. We have Wavy Boats, who does a lot of great things over at Haulover Inlet. My channel, Broncos Guru, we do some great comedy boating videos over there as well. And of course, we have Boats vs. Haulover, where man and machine take on Mother Nature down at Haulover Inlet in Miami, Florida. And if you guys haven't already, go ahead and drop an anchor on the subscribe button here.